Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have one of my absolute favorite boxes that's sent to me for a review, mostly because the whole aesthetic of it really matches the one that I aspire to have a little bit more in my home. It is of course Norlii box that comes all the way from Denmark. It is a bi-monthly subscription and we get all kinds of home decor as well as lifestyle items. There's always sort of a theme to the boxes so they feel very cohesive. And honestly, you guys, I have a very small home and I do have a lot of things. I have a lot of stuff. So my home currently is a little more cluttered than I would like, but I have been saving a lot of gorgeous pieces from Norlii box and others, and one day, fingers crossed, I will get to move into a slightly more spacious home so that I can have a little bit more of that airy contemporary feeling that I would like to have more of. But what I also love about Scandinavian design in general and Norlii box items is that it is contemporary and modern and very functional without feeling cold. I think a lot of times when people think of contemporary, they think of a lot of steel and glass and hard edges, but they really use the idea of hygge, so it's really appreciating simplicity and clean lines, but also a mixture of textures and incorporating elements of nature. So it still has a very cozy, calm, serene feeling to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the box. So this time it came in a nice big square box. And again, it comes all the way from Denmark. I think they do such a nice job in terms of making this box affordable. It is $74.90. So let's call it $75 US. And then the shipping is around $13 US. But again, it is a bi-monthly box and the value on these boxes is always over $100, usually over $110. So it's not necessarily a quantity box. Like sometimes we get maybe 3 items, but they are beautiful pieces that you can use for years to come. So let's go ahead and open it. So instead it says, welcome to your little piece of Scandinavia. Tusen tack for choosing Norlii box. Let me go ahead and open it up. I did pre-score it, but I wanted to go ahead and make sure everything sounded like it was in one piece. All right, so, oh, this is fun. So it's, even though it comes from Denmark, we do get like all of Scandinavia represented. So we have Fika, a delightful Fika experience awaits. So of course, Fika is, I believe, the Swedish sort of like snack time. It's like tea time. So you take Fika with your friends. So it says, embark on a journey of Scandinavian charm and everyday indulgence with your new Fika-themed surprises. You guys, so usually the image has a spoiler, and I think it does, but look at this meringue. That is really, like, that just looks like something that would be on a baking show. I'm not like a huge meringue person, but they are impressive. So let me just read, this is very nice cardstock too. This is lovely. Let me just read to you about Norlii box on the back. It says, since our start in 2018 in Copenhagen, Denmark, we've embraced a timeless approach to design deeply rooted in Scandinavian principles. We pride ourselves on carefully curating boxes filled with interior and lifestyle items that not only exude a sense of luxury, but also embody Scandinavian functionality and simplicity. So there's the Norlii box, but there's also the Norlii store. So definitely check that out if you also like this kind of aesthetic. There are beautiful pieces. The shipping is reasonable. By the way, you guys, I do have an affiliate link that I'll leave for you in the description box below, and I do have a code that will save you 20% on the box, which is pretty awesome. It's Noel Nordic 20. So I'll leave that for you there too. That's a really great savings. So let's go ahead and open this up. So we have a little bit of Norlii tissue paper. Let me just remove that. We have some packing peanuts. Let me see if I can find my little trash can here and put some of them there. If they're recyclable, I will go ahead and put them in the recycle bin. All right, so Fika is a Swedish concept that refers to the act of taking a break, typically with a hot beverage like coffee or tea, along with a sweet or pastry. It's more than just a coffee break. It embodies a moment of relaxation, socializing, and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Fika is deeply ingrained in Swedish culture as a time to pause, connect with others, and recharge both mentally and physically. So, it looks like, oh, this is cute. I think this is like a little extra. It's from Wally and Wiz. It says it's a black currant coated with strawberry. Just a little snack for your Fika. All right, so I'm gonna have to, there's a big box down here at the bottom, you guys, so I'm just gonna make a big mess on my floor. Oh my gosh, there's now packing peanuts all over the ground. Oh goodness. baking peanuts. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. They're everywhere. Well, that's such is the life of an unboxer in a small space. All right, it says, embrace the essence of Fika and infuse your daily rituals with warmth, beauty, and functionality. This Norlii box embodies the Scandinavian lifestyle that celebrates functionality and simplicity as core values. All right, so should we start with the big guy that I just pulled out and made a mess with? Let's start with one of the smaller items. I love that they included that little Wally and Whiz snack in there. All right, perfect. So it says we got 4 hammam napkins from Sagaform. So there are 3 items in this particular curation, and they are all from Sagaform. This is pretty. So Ella hammam, which always makes me think of Turkish cotton. So it's 100% organic cotton. Sagaform is a Swedish company, and we got 4 45 by 45 centimeter square napkins, but they are lovely texture, very summery. It says the Ella hammam napkin is woven from organic cotton and embellished with Sagaform's iconic stripes. Inspired by nature's hues, these napkins bring a touch of sophistication to your coffee breaks and dinner gatherings, enhancing every moment with elegance. I really appreciate that they gave us a set of 4. You guys know, for napkins, I feel like you really need a set of 4. I have gotten boxes where we've gotten like 1 napkin. I'm like, I know this is because you want me to go and shop in your store, but that's kind of ridiculous. Not Norlii box. But even when we get a set of 2, I'm like, please, even though it's just my husband and myself, I'm like, please give me a set of 4 napkins. These are very cute. I can totally see using these for a nice spring picnic or some alfresco dining. Very, very cool. I like that they've got the smaller stripes and then the bigger stripes. It's a little asymmetrical too. That is lovely, and they are a nice light cotton, so I'm sure they're going to wash really well as well. I like a cotton that, yes, so wash with similar colors. You might want to iron them a little bit, depending on how formal you're being, or just take them out of the dryer and there you go. Very nice. So we got our 4 napkins from Sagaform, and if you are someone who does entertain a lot and you're like, well, I got this box, but now I need more, I'll bet you they're in the Norlii shop. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the other smaller item that was wrapped up in this corrugated cardboard. There's a little sneak peek for you. This is a small bowl from Bayan by Sagaform, so a little collaboration. Oh, it's so cute. Let's look at this fun little purple, kind of lavendery, fluted little dish. I'm not sure what I would use this for. Maybe seasoning salt, maybe olive pits. I don't know. It says, discover Florian, the charming lilac-hued bowl that captures attention with its delicate flower-shaped design. Small bowls like this are just lifesavers, always ready to bring that extra touch to your table. Extra raspberries, little snacks, the candle holders from the birthday cake, smart. Tea bag holder, smart. Dipping sauce. I have all kinds of different dipping sauce receptacles. The list goes on. Florian's lilac color will infuse your summer gatherings with a refreshing vibrancy. More bowls are available in the store. I wonder if there's other colors. But yes, you could have 4. I actually think that kind of looks neat to have them together like this. So I'm not sure. I think this is actually the June box, you guys, because she usually ships nice and early. So, oh, that's fun. I didn't even notice that they had done like the passion fruit graphics to go over that. That's so cute, fun. So you see there's the actual meringue, and then they did little graphics of that passion fruit on there. Fun. So I'm not sure what I would use it for, but I do like to try to be healthy with my snacks. So sometimes I'll just put like a little container of trail mix or nuts in a little bowl like this, and it's really good for that portion control, or jelly beans. Sometimes I need a little like pick-me-up when I'm doing my work at my computer, so something like that that's not messy, for one, because nuts can be a little bit messy if they have seasoning or salt on them, but jelly beans give me that little bit of sugar, little like treat for each paragraph or page that I get through editing, you know. So let's go ahead and see our big item. So again, from Sagaform. Do you have any idea what it is? Oh, I totally showed you what it is. Oops. This is a cake stand from Sagaform. Look at that cake. that is another lovely image. I love this. I haven't even opened it and I love it already. So let me see. The other nice thing is, like I said, I don't always have the space in my home to entertain now. We don't even have a proper dining table. We have like a cafe table. But I'm very happy that a lot of the items that I get that I know I'm holding on to for my one day home, they come in nice boxes. So there's a lot of stuff in my storage so that I can one day have this. I will tell you, once upon a time, in a very different life, about 20 years ago, if you can believe it, I had a very different life. I did have a very big house with a very big kitchen. And I remember the day that I used to do a lot of baking. I used to do a lot more cooking than I do, but I really did love baking at the time because I had a nice big kitchen. So I was very experimental. I like baked enough that I didn't always have to use a recipe. Like, I feel like that's a sign of you've been baking a lot if you don't need to follow a recipe. So I used to bake a lot, and I remember going down. There were not a lot of home stores where I lived. And again, I grew up in Maui and I lived in Maui for a long time. So there's not a lot of home stores for me to go to. So I went to like one of the few, and I had to buy a cake stand. And I was like, wow, this is like, I felt very grown up in my early 20s. I felt very grown up going off and buying a cake stand. And I was like, wow. I mean, I feel like that's like the pinnacle of kitchendom. I mean, I had weird things that I definitely do not have room for now. Like I had a griddle, and then I had a cake stand. I had bamboo steamers. I had so many kitchen things, which now I just wouldn't have the space for or the use for, but I'm gonna have to bring it back. I miss baking. I had my nice stand mixer. All right, you guys. So I love this because it's very low profile. So the cake stand that I had was one of those very traditional ones. You know, it was like, I think it was ceramic. It had the glass dome over it because I liked to bake and decorate my cakes and everything. This I like because it's a little bit more modern, which I would expect nothing less from Norlii and Saga Form. Ooh, but I feel like you could use this for so many other things. So it's just got a little bit of styrofoam, and I love this color. So you guys, I'm so nervous about pulling this styrofoam off. It is very snug, and I don't want it to go on the floor, even though there's a ton of styrofoam on the floor too, or whatever the packing peanuts are made out. There's so much of that on the floor right now beneath my feet that I have a feeling that if I drop this, it would still probably be just fine. But that is a snug fit. Oh my gosh. This is like the prettiest, sleekest cake stand I've ever seen. And I used to do some baking boxes where you get the ingredients and follow the recipe. And so I had looked into buying some really cute, like minty colored cake stands, but I never pulled the trigger on them because they just weren't as nice as the one that you used to have. Now I have a beautiful cake stand. I might have to get some of those baking boxes again, you guys. So look at the detail. Look at how it's fluted on the bottom. It's like kind of this nice, it's almost like a little flat mushroom. But I love how it's fluted down here just for a little tiny bit of decoration. That's just the little Saga Form sticker. That'll come right off. This is so smooth. You do not have to bake a cake to use this cake stand. I think it could be used for so many other things. It could be, if you want it to be super dramatic, you could use it as one of those big pillar candles, you know, the ones that have like 3 wicks. You could stick that baby on there and have this be a giant candle stand. I mean, that would be dramatic, but what a cool centerpiece. Especially if around the holidays or just for spring, you put like a wreath of flowers around it. I think that would be amazing. I might actually, I was just thinking because for the last couple of years, I've gotten the Advent candle. I always say calendar. The Advent candle from Norlii. And I could imagine putting that candle on this cake stand with a wreath of like pine cones and greenery, and that would look amazing. That would be so cool. So cake stand, candle stand, you know, I should read about it. I'm sorry, you guys. It says, the versatility of the cake stand from Saga Form in Sweden makes it your new favorite. It's not just for showcasing decadent cakes and delicate cookies or giant meringues for your fika, but also for serving finger foods, vibrant fruits, or even as a cheese board. Oh, this would be a great little fruit stand too. Yeah, and a cheese board. This would be a fancy charcuterie. And I think the glaze on it would be okay for like soft cheeses in terms of people like using a little little cheese knife. It says, it's beige hue with a glossy finish and Sagaform's signature stripe detail exudes elegance, adding a touch of extravagance to your table. Made from durable stoneware, this stand seamlessly combines style with functionality, making it a must-have for every occasion. Yeah, now I want to make a giant charcuterie board on it. I think that's really cool. I can also really see using it for just as a prop for my product photography. I think it could be really nice to just have this as a riser for different things. But I'm sure you guys have a bunch of amazing ideas too. I love how like low profile it is, but just enough to give things a little bit more attention. Or if you're doing a whole smorgasbord, a whole like spread, just to give like the different items on the table a little bit more attention and height variation. You could just buy like a pre-made cake too, right? You don't have to bake your own, even though it's more special if you bake your own. But if you have like that special bundt cake or place bakery that makes the delicious treats that you absolutely love, and here you go. This would be so nice. If someone invited me over for Fika, aka coffee or tea, and that, this is even like a good tea tray, and they had like warm scones on there, or they had just gone to our favorite bakery and gotten, have you guys tried those croissant cookies, the cookie stuffed croissants? Something like that. It would feel so special. I love this. I think it's really beautiful. That's what it looks like on the underneath side. I just have to take that little sticker off. It keeps freaking me out, making me think that it's a chip, but it is not. I love that. It's so simple, and I really like this grayish color. I don't know if that's the color that you would call it, but I'm not sure what the diameter is. Let me go ahead and measure for us. So in centimeters, it's 26 across, which is pretty much 10 1/4 across. So note to self when you are getting out those cake forms that you don't want it to be bigger than 10 inches in diameter. I love this. I love this. I think it's kind of fun that we have this little fluted guy, and that is perfect, like she said, to put birthday candles after you pull them out of the cake that was on the cake stand, just because it has that fluted variation. And I think it's really fun that she didn't just stick to more muted colors. And so we do have this for this classic cake stand, but then we got these other really fun springy colors, and we get to see how they all go together. But you can definitely use this throughout the seasons. All right, guys, I thought this was a lovely Norlii box. I'm so happy to have this. It is beautiful. I feel like I have an elevated cake stand now. I've gotten back to the kitchen refinery that I had in my early 20s. I hope that you all enjoyed this unboxing. If you are looking for some gorgeous, high quality Scandinavian style items, definitely check out Norlii Box. And remember, you can get 20% off using that code and the link. And I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing. And thank you again so much to Linda for sending this box to me for review. I so appreciate you, and I so appreciate this subscription, and I will talk to you all soon.